That's one of the hardest things to do. And in my opinion, it's even harder when you have your own authority. And here's why. I just want to be real and get the other side to it, because a lot of glitz and glamour to it. And there is a downside. It's a real big downside. It's the reason why people go out of business. That's why I'm covering this. What it is, what it was, what it is, what it does. It's your boy Lean Trucker, back with another.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. For those of you who've been rocking with me from the beginning, when I had little to nobody, you know what I mean? And the people who's still there now, people continue to comment. If it's your first time watching the video, hit the like, share, subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I'm uploading them. I'm trying to get into the routine. It's been real tough out here. But yeah, thank you. The people who've been supporting the brand, the whole nine. So, I'm out here rolling today. It's a beautiful day. Y'all can see. It's about a good 70-something degrees out here in Mississippi. I want to show y'all something before I get into the topic. I ain't gonna make this video too long, but I do want to talk about something very important. And obviously, well, not obviously, maybe about the title. It's related to having your own authority. There's, it's almost remind me of how some people talk about like in the music game and stuff like that. The glitz and glamour, and sometimes it ain't always what it seems. You know what I'm saying? It's good and bad. But anyway, let me show y'all something, especially people who do flatbed. Oh yeah, and having said that, flatbed side, just a quick little tidbit about myself for those like, who are you news, like I said a while ago. I'm based out of Dallas, the DFW area. Been doing flatbed, my own authority for the past 15 years, since 2016. So, it's a little background, you know what I mean? Let me also throw this in. For the month of November, which, as I'm recording this video, we're in, I have taken on made a personal decision, you know what I'm saying, to participate in November, which I never done. I decided 3 things. You to get rid of 3 things. It's no sugar, no fast food, no days off. What that means is I'm also into the gym and stuff like that. I talk about that throughout on my channel. Hopefully you still hear with this truck going by. Just no days off, meaning 30 minutes of activity every single day. Okay? No excuses. Like today gonna be a long day. We ain't gonna have no excuses. All right, let me show you. Okay, this is what I want to show. Cause I actually blew out a tire. Look pretty obvious now, but I blew out a tire. Rookie mistake, probably my first year in, but basically this is what I want to show. Okay, obviously y'all see the straps, disconnecting them. I'm already unstrapped everything else, but I want to show this. So one day I had put this thing, there you go, over the tire. Now right here it looks pretty obvious. It's like, yeah, that's very low, but I'm finna show you how it is when you're rolling down the road though, because obviously it's not as low. Let me show you. Booyah. Okay, so hopefully you can see a difference. More space in there when obviously you get to earn the airbags. So obviously this is how you're riding down the road. Well, one day I had it right here, which is still like, let me see, good, yeah, still a good amount that was above the tire. What I didn't know it was affecting for, like I said, as a rookie, it's going down the road, hitting one of those nice dips, and was it this side? Maybe it was this side. Yeah, I think it was this side, but like kind of over here, flat tire. I was in Temple, Texas, heading to Austin. I remember that. Yeah, it put me on the side of the road. So, just sharing that for new flatbedders. Those are like, be careful what you put in your straps, and well, more importantly, what they call right now. But yeah, be careful when you put those things. Protect your equipment, especially if it's your stuff. It's all on you. That's the vehicle I'm waiting behind, by the way. Once they get going, then I'm gonna be able to get unloaded. All right, enough of all that. Let's get to the topic of the video. So the thing I find the most difficult thing about having your own authority is discipline. Surviving it's more difficult than you would think. So, I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example. Just gonna say what it is. Okay, so we live in a world where most people are. I think I looked this up before. I think it was like half of the country instead of the world. I'm gonna just say half of the United States live paycheck to paycheck, right? So being disciplined and managing our money is a very difficult thing for a lot of us for various different reasons. Some background related, some of us just not educated. When I say educated, I'm not talking, obviously not saying you're dumb or stupid, none of that. I'm talking about, like, when I grew up, there was no financial literacy, spilled onto me. I had to read and try to figure everything out on my own, and it's still a work in progress. I'm still learning. So yeah, from that end, it's already a struggle for at least half of the country. Now, we're just talking about everyday people. And when I'm saying everyday people, what's the difference? In this specific situation, I'm talking about people who got regular jobs, knowing what they can count on every single week. They're a W-2 employee. This how much money you're gonna get as long as you work these hours. Some people are salary. So going to the own authority deal, that's separated sometimes depending on what you're doing from an owner operator, especially if you leased on, because you have a safety net. A lot of times if you leased on, you have a safety net. The job I was doing, I was also doing I was a gas hauler. At that job I was leased on. I had my own truck, but I was leased on, where they would give you, basically what they would do is they would give you a loan. If straight up, if you had an issue, they rent you some money that you did not have, they will pay for it. Then they would take it out of your check. So they had what you call an escrow. I think they call it maintenance fund or escrow account. Either one, don't matters. Take the shades off. It's real bright out here though. Just a play on words. So, but what that was, every week they take out $75 until you would get to, this is loud, bear with me please. They would take out $75 a week until you got to $3,000. Once you get to $3,000, you could keep it going, or you could take it out. Not take it out, but you could keep it going to where it didn't matter if it got to $5,000, $10,000, or you could just stop it. Is what I meant. You could take out some money if you needed it. So that would be the first thing that will go is your escrow. But if you didn't have it in your escrow, because they would let you take out down to $1,000, and then at that $1,000, they will start that $75 back up again. But anyway, to get back up to $3,000. That was a safety net. When things happen out here, there was a safety net. You just hit up the company. I'm sorry, y'all, I got to put these shades back on. It is too sunny. It was a safety net that call them on, boom, take her to truck. Towing, all that stuff. They took her it all, and then they took it out. Now, it wasn't going to be just $75 every single week. They was going to take out, sometimes it's going to be like $300, $400, whatever. They was going to get their money back. If I remember correctly, it was like in 8 weeks. I only did it one time. But with 8 weeks, no matter how much you spent, they're going to take out how much every single week, how much they needed to get to the amount you owe. Okay, now fast forward. So I've been out here 5 years. There is no safety net. That's the biggest difference. I enjoy doing this as far as flatbed. I enjoy flatbed, no problem with flatbed, but I much rather have control over what I'm doing. So this is not me talking down on it, but I just want to be real and get the other side to it, because a lot of glitz and glamour to it, and there is a downside. It's a real big downside. It's the reason why people go out of business. That's why I'm covering this. So but yeah, so on this end, okay, let's just say a friend of mine, I was just talking to him this morning, his AC went out, and he got another driver in his truck, and long story short, it cost him $1,500, right? For some people, you may say that's a lot. Some people, minimum, whatever, you should have some money saved. But that's what I want to get to. Financial discipline, saving, that's what I was saying earlier. That's one of the hardest things to do. And in my opinion, it's even harder when you have your own authority. And here's why. Because you can literally have a week, especially if you're running a road, It's not about whether you run the road or you stand short haul. It's not about that. This is what it's about, money. So let's say you have a week where you make $5,000, right? You banging it, you hitting it, you're getting it done, you get $5,000. Next week, you may get 1,000. Okay. The week after that, you may get 3,000. The week after that, you may get 2, and then boom, you have 6,000. All those numbers sounds great, the one, especially the one that's up there, right? They sound great. Here's the problem though. Remember I mentioned earlier, I said, when you're a W-2, it's not about being a W-2 employee, but when I said you can count on whatever, it's very consistent. Well, with your own authority, unless you have these contracts, which is, it happens, it do happen, but unless you got something guaranteed, your money is inconsistent. That's where the problem come in. And now you really gotta have financial discipline, because you get a $5,000 check today, so to speak. Okay, let's just say you get a $5,000 check today. You drop off that $1,500. I'm gonna use that because we're talking on the low end, okay, of issues that you can have. $5,000, $1,500 job, it leaves you at $3,500. Okay, you still got stuff like most likely factoring fees when you get paid on that money. You got diesel, which is pretty high right now. It's in the $3 and something. When I fill up my truck, it is when I'm down like on that 4th, it's running me about $400 right now. Where earlier in the summer it was running like back end of the 2s, like $280, and it run like $400. So you're taking that out of the $5,000. You got insurance payments. Your own authority, that stuff, all that's insurance. Mine is relatively low. Mine is like $760, but you have some people that I know that are up at like $1,500, $1,700 for one truck. Okay, all these things matter when you got that $5,000. Of course, those are once a month kind of deals, at least the insurance payment. Even if you got a truck note, of course, some of these people are paying $2,000 for a truck note every month. So when you look at it like that, okay, $5,000 was pretty good, but then we get that $1,000 check because it just wasn't working, it was slow, or whatever it was, you got held up at a receiver, blah, blah, blah. Now you're in a position to where now it's like, well, what I'm gonna do with this because I'm in the red. Like you was in the green with that check, now you kind of the red in this check. And then it just goes so on and so on. So what I'm saying is, it's like you have to manage your money, especially at the beginning, very, very, very well, because it's not if, but it's when. When is it coming? It's gonna happen. Unfortunately, it is. What it is, that's a breakdown. It don't matter what it is. You may need a tow truck. Some of these the DPS filters and these issues, we're talking a couple grand. Main real seals, I remember my last truck, $3,000. So what do you do when your money is fluctuating, it's not consistent, up and down? Unless you learn financial discipline, you will run out of business. I'm saying this, can it be done? Absolutely. I just told you I've been out here 5 years. I'm grateful and thankful for that, because I haven't been doing this on my own. I got some help from the one above, and I definitely believe that. So I'm not giving all myself the credit, but like I said, it's a struggle for me. I battle between, again, I'm saying this one last time, I hope y'all can hear me. Get a little closer. But I battle between spending, like enjoying life at the moment, but also trying to, prepare for a rainy day, but also trying to save for a longer deal, right? When I say longer deal, I mean just like retirement. There is no retirement fund, okay? There's no 401k. You got to create your own. So the battle between trying to be consistent in your money discipline, but then you still want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, whether that means go shopping, whether that means a vacation. When man don't work, man don't eat. So when you go to those vacations, you don't get paid. Time off don't get paid, and guess what? It costs you to do those things. So it's like, but dang, who just want to work, but not enjoying their money? It's not fun either. See the dilemma? So, Yeah, to me, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here though. That's the most difficult thing to me is financial discipline. I really believe it's probably the number one reason that people with their own authority fail. You know, so, and it's hard. That's why I don't judge a man. You know, the ones who didn't make it, I've had friends who didn't make it. So don't look down on anybody because you really could be next. You know what I mean? So, but having said all that, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. I love the fact that I can create my own schedule. You know, if I decide I don't want to work once I get back to the house from here, the rest of the week, I don't got to work the rest of the week. You know, but yeah, just give you choices, okay? Here we go, y'all. Thank you again. If you like the video, like it, share it. Some people may need to hear this, okay? Subscribe. Comment down below if you know anybody who experienced this or your experience with it. If you got any questions, hit me up, answer the questions, email me, however you want to get in contact with me, right? And support the brand if you rock with me. If you don't, it's all love. Just like the video, okay? Keep it in mind, stay on the grind, one day at a time. Salute.